Biden's first 30 days, the positive, great approval ratings. The negative, high disapproval ratings and a very sleepy start. Hello from Washington, D.C., our national capital. I'm Chuck Kyle, a 30-year strategic planner, a strategic communications expert, retired intelligence officer, and a D.C. transplant from West Virginia. Professor Alan Lichtman, the author of Predicting the Next President, has two keys linked to personality. This is the only case in which the challenger matters. These keys talk about each individual's charisma. To measure these, I'll use their approval rating and, more importantly, their disapproval rating. An incumbent with a high disapproval rating would be not considered charismatic nor a national hero. However, very few candidates have ever shown this extraordinary persuasive charisma nor demonstrated heroic status. There have been a few exceptions that have shown high charismatic status, and those would be like Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Kennedy, Reagan, Obama. And there's only been Grant and Eisenhower who have brought their heroic leadership from war back to the White House. So Biden's first 100 days, it's not been a W in the win column. Yeah, he has signed a bunch of executive actions, all of which would not survive contact with a Republican president if that was to occur in 2024. He promised $2,000 relief checks. Well, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. On the messaging side, he has done a much better job regarding COVID than his predecessor. But West Virginians and other states lack vaccines, or even the answer to a simple question of, when will I get one? Let's start with a Politico article by Sam Stein entitled, Biden's Slow Start. I have a link in the description. However, Stein points out that Biden's confirmations are moving at a snail's pace, 9 so far, compared to Obama, who had 15 by now, and Trump, who had 14. By this time in the Obama administration, Obama had already had a stimulus package through Congress. Biden promised $2,000 checks within the first few days. And here we are 36 days later, $2,000 checks aren't coming. Maybe $1,400. But now we're going into a debate of means testing. So who knows what will materialize or what will not? Outside of these, Biden poorly compares to both Presidents Obama and Trump. Obama had signed into law the Lilly Ledbetter Act before February. The only law that President Biden has actually signed into law, well, it's a waiver for the SecDef. As I said, Obama's stimulus package, it had passed by February 17th. Biden's COVID relief bill, it's on track for maybe mid-March. So where Biden has moved quickly and outdone President Obama is a deluge of executive actions. However, these are expected in week one. After the first 100 days are over, you might as well be looking at the midterms. During the campaigning, there were people on the left who wanted Biden's presidency to be as big as FDR's. Their promise was that they would just go big. And during the current state of things, the stage was set just to do that. Biden's speed on confirmations and legislation needs to be accelerated. There's almost this feeling of a lack of urgency. Yeah, right now, getting out the vaccinations, it should be one of the White House's top priorities. One of them, not the only one. If President Biden stays at this, dare I say, sleepy pace, we're always just moments away from a foreign crisis, an act of terror, a national disaster, or a possible COVID variant. This will take all the White House's focus and quickly overwhelm the presidency. Every moment between now and then is wasted if this administration does not get excited. The first 100 days are historically the critical period for the president have to set the tone for their agenda. President Trump understood this and maximized his time. Obama did the same. If you're on the other side of the aisle, if you're a Republican, this is perfect pacing for a new presidency. It's a predictor for the next 4 years. President Biden's lack of enthusiasm is not just doing his administration any good. Over the last 3 days, Fox News, Newsmax, Sky Australia, and a host of other media have been pointing out his less than stellar appearances. I mean, some of the briefings, they're just not looking good. The DC honeymoon period will be over if he does not push through and force a relief bill sooner than later. What do you think? Do you think the first 30 days have been good or bad? Do you think he is moving at a decent pace or a turtle's pace? Comment below. I completely understand that not Trump is better, but we've got to get stuff done, and we're not getting there. Nothing's getting done. So, how's this felt in the polls? 538 and Real Clear Politics both have current poll approval polls and disapproval polls. And currently, President Biden is sitting about 54.3% approval rating and a 38.1% disapproval rating. So how does this compare to his predecessors? Well, at the end of the first month for President Trump, Trump was sitting at 45% approval and 49.9% disapproval. Obama, 62.9% approval and 27.3% disapproval. So compared to other presidents, Biden's approval rate, well, it's pretty close to like George W. Bush and Ronald Reagan. However, all presidents start their honeymoon period with greater than 50% approval rating, except for President Trump. His approval rating never made it above 50 over his 4 years. President Biden, on his first day, his disapproval rating was approximately 36%. Compared to the other 9 predecessors other than Trump, this was extremely high. The closest was President Trump's disapproval rating. It has also started getting worse in the last 30 days due to the barrage of executive actions and the slow, unenergetic first 30 days. So, will President Biden be able to right this ship? Or will this be on a, hate to say it, slow boat to China? Please give me your thoughts below. And until next time, trust but verify. If you like this video and the content, please hit the like button and subscribe. When you subscribe, add in the comments, I subscribe. And until next time, trust but verify.